Hey, good evening, everybody. Dirk Delirium here. I first apologize. It's been a little while since I posted a video. Anyway, I got kind of laid up. Anyway, some things happened and I got hurt. So, anyway, I apologize for that. But anyway, I'm just sitting here chilling and I was reading some of the responses and comments, and I'm like, you know what? I'm laying here. I look like shit. I feel great. I haven't posted a video. Fuck it. I'll go ahead and just post a video. And, I've got plenty of stories. Some are funnier than others. And I don't know what made me think of this, but, some of the stuff that I've been through in my life as a alcoholic, as a practicing alcoholic, as a diehard alcoholic. I mean, I didn't just try to be. I wanted to be an alcoholic when I was younger. I mean, I wanted to be like the best functioning badass motherfucker. I don't know. It's all this ego thing. I don't know. I mean, I can't really explain it, but I mean, that's one of the reasons I pushed the envelope so much, and I did crazy shit. Um, because I put myself in those positions just because it was the trajectory of my life at that time. There's a guarantee if I got around you, or rather you got around me, okay, because it was a choice. If you got around me, I was going to do everything within my power to fuck up your life, no matter if you knew me for 3 minutes, 3 seconds, or 3 years. I was going to do everything I could to fuck you up. It was just the way I did. I was a tornado, man. Oh, and the sad thing is, I didn't even know it. And it was a gradual progression. Don't get me wrong. I didn't just come out of it at 12 years old like, "Rah, I'm gonna fuck everybody up." No, I mean, it just alcoholism became the center of my focus, and incidentally, it became like a bubble, right? Like my whole life was encompassed by alcoholism, and I didn't even realize it. Like everything I did, every waking moment, it was either recovering from, getting ready to, and recovering from was drinking more. I mean, I just drank. God damn, did I drink? And I mean, every day just led to the next, and a whole lot of crazy shit went on in the course of 35 years. I mean, it just did, and now, granted, some of those years were sober, and but I could never stay stopped. I put together time and then I fought. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about trippy fucking stories. So this one is going to be the train, and I'm sorry I got sidetracked. I'm rambling. This is called the train ride. I don't know. I'll just call it the train ride because it was a train ride. Here's how this one went down. I was about 23 or 24 years old. I was living up, I was still up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. That was where I really cut my teeth on the booze and my culinary background. So I spent these 7 years at the Amway Grand Plaza Hotel as a chef, and right beside the hotel was the Grand River, and big ass river. And in downtown Grand Rapids, it's probably, I wouldn't know. Somebody out there will know. It's at least an eighth of a mile wide. There, I would say. There's a number of bridges throughout downtown, and then there's a what's called the Sixth Street Dam, and it's a large waterfall. It's a dam. It runs the entire length, or rather width, of the river. And in the spring and the fall, salmon run upstream, and they try and jump up this impossibly high waterfall. It's like 10 fucking feet. Some of them make it. Yeah. And then a bunch of them don't, and they just climb up the fish ladder on the side, and the state built for them. And anyway, we'd line up and fish for these salmon, these 25, 30 pound king salmon coho. I mean, you didn't know what you were going to cook. Snook. Luck of the fucking draw, man. And then steelhead would follow the salmon. So I was into fishing. I still am, and I would go out there and be, drunk as shit, man. In the middle of the night, reeling in, fish on, man, reeling in 25, 30 pound fish. Fuck, that was a blast. Not to mention, you could like slip and fall in a quarry hole and die, any minute, I mean, anywhere, as the river is full of them. So anyway, it was kind of a treacherous little gig. So I meet this cat out there while I'm fishing, and every time I'd catch a fish, I'd be like, "Yeah, I caught a fish." So I'm fishing with this guy, and I've been fishing with him for about a month, right? Never, we'd meet up out there because I was always there, man. When I wasn't working, like I was there. I was like 100% all in, just like everything else in my obsessive compulsive alcoholic life. That period of time just happened to be fishing. So anyway, we're fishing for about a month, and this guy finally says, "Man," he's like, "Hey, I want to tell you something." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Man, you got to stop getting so excited when you catch a fish." I'm like, "Well, why?" He goes, "Because some of the other guys out here are going to think you're a little funny." I'm like, "Fuck them." I'm having a blast. So anyway, it turns out this guy starts teaching me how to tie flies. Okay, he comes over to my house, hangs out with me, drinks a couple of beers. Me, I'm drinking, a ton of beers. But he was a cool dude for the most part, and he did show me how to tie some flies. I bought a fly tying kit and everything, and then here's where it gets cool. He's like, "Yeah, you know what I do?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Oh, I run the railroad yard here." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I've been in charge of the whole fucking yard." So trains come across the state of Michigan from Detroit, from Flint. They cut through Flint, places like that. They come from south, north. They come from all over the fucking place. But the Grand Rapids has this big old yard. So anyway, it's like, "Hey man, you want to go drive a train?" I'm like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want to." So drunk as shit, fifth of vodka in hand, he and I go out there. It's probably 11:30 at night. There's only one other guy. He opens the gate, and we go in. There's one other guy. Hey, hey. Goes up. This engine, this big thing. It's bigger than a bus. It's huge. Yeah, I never knew how big a train was till I climbed on this thing. It was massive, and it was pointed away, and he climbs in. I climb in. He's like, "All right, well, this is how this works." And I said, "Well, where's this going?" He's like, "I don't know. We're gonna go to Flint." I'm like, "Well, okay." So lever up, fucking thing starts saying. So here we are, flying down a train track in the middle of the state of Michigan at 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, I'm drinking by. He's drinking vodka with me. I don't even know his name, so he can't even get in trouble for this. Not to mention it was 25 fucking years ago. Actually, more. 26. I'm 51. So yeah. Anyway, I drove a train. I drove an actual train, not a sex train. Something. Well, anyway, that's another story. Yeah, to Flint, Michigan, and back. No shit. And drinking Papa vodka the whole way, all because I met some cat fishing. Anyway, that's some of the stuff that I got to do because I was a drunk. It wasn't all bad. It got bad. But in the beginning, it was still lots of fun. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that one first, and then second, say hello. Thanks for all you new subscribers. Come on board. I've got plenty of these. I mean, they're a dime a dozen. I lived a long time, even though I shouldn't have, and some crazy shit happened. But good thing is I don't drink anymore. I don't have to, neither does anybody else. So if you want to figure out how to get better, that's cool. There's lots of places for you to get some help. And if you throw a question on that, I'll direct you to another channel, and then we'll take it from there. But this channel is about the funny shit, okay? Like the crazy, stupid shit. And I know there's a lot of it out there, so share some of yours in the comments. Ideally, I'd like to set this up so you can send some videos in, and I can put other people's on here so you're not just listening to me, but believe me, I've got fucking years of them, okay? So anyway, drove a train. Put it on my bucket list. Oh, already been there and done that. Next, catch you on the flip side.